Hello YouTube and welcome to officially the first video by Financially Free by 40. Okay, a little bit of a lie there. Not my first video. I did one yesterday and it took me 28 minutes to do. I was trying to cover everything. Went to upload it and it wouldn't let me. It said it was too big. Tried to overcome that and I haven't been able to find a way around it. So I've now got to do two videos instead of one. So I've just wasted half an hour of my life. Or you could see it as a bit of practice for this video. So what am I doing in this YouTube video? The idea is to go through my top 10 learning outcomes from the UK gathering in York just recently. And I sent out a survey to everyone that went there, and I've asked on my blog for some general comments, and you guys have been kind enough to fill in the survey, and I've got the results here. So rather than go through the whole thing and take ages to do that, I've summarized the main points at the bottom of this page I've got here, and I just want to read through the top 10 things for me that are, like, stand out that we can do better for next time, and some general considerations. So to kick things off, actually before I do, quick thing, just want to thank everyone for coming along. So thank you for those of you that came to meet us in York. Also thank you for taking the time to fill in the survey, and thanks for spending the time to go through the comments and giving your feedback of how you can improve it. I think with that stuff we'll be able to make it better for future ones, so thanks all. Okay, back to the top 10 things I learned from the UK gathering in York. Number one, make it cheaper. So that was loud and clear. That came through multiple times. We're all about becoming financially independent, living frugally, living below our means, and yet these weekends turn out to be pretty big spends. We end up eating 2 to 3 times a day out in restaurants, drinking beers, wines, and it all stacks up. Now we've got 2 under our belt and we've enjoyed ourselves, not knocking it, but a great time, but I think it's now time to go back to what we know, which is having a lot of fun, a bit cheaper. So I intend to make it a lot cheaper for the next one. The next point, number 2, was a self-catering location, which was cheap, and somewhere, if we can book somewhere where we're all together. So this comes into point 3 as well, which is having our own space and booking a large room for longer. I think these two kind of crossed over. So let's go back to point 2, which is self-catering location. It's, I think, largely down to price, and I think the fact that we're all together, we're not interfering with other groups and they're not interfering with us. We're all in one area, we can shop and change around, and we can talk about the stuff that we want to talk about whilst keeping costs down. The own space that someone's referred to, or having a room for longer, I mean, it went down really well in York, having that side room that Alison booked for us. Downside was that it was booked till 4:15, and then another group were coming in at 4:30, so we had to jump ship and then find somewhere that could accommodate however many of us, 10, 12. And it's really difficult, but if we had our own spot, maybe a self-contained location, we could sort our own food out. No other groups are coming in and asking us to leave, and we didn't have to worry about keeping it down or interfering with other groups. So I think we can kind of tick those boxes as well and make that happen for future. Point 4, which came through on a couple of people, was being flexible for like indoor and outdoor. So we had some planning but not all, and to bear in mind that if the weather takes a turn for the worse, we want to be indoors, but actually if we plan somewhere inside and it's a beautiful day, actually people want to be outside. So my challenge is finding a place that can cater for all of those needs and having a spot that's indoor or outdoor if it needs to be. Number 5 learning point was some optional, big emphasis on the optional. Some optional talks or demos, in introductions, or I think Weenie's comment on my blog was speed dating. So I think they're great ideas, and actually some people felt quite strongly that they wanted that in, but I have to say point 6 is quite the opposite, because some people didn't like the aspect of moving towards a more formal approach. So number 6 was keeping it casual, and actually someone has put no talks, keeping it light, keeping it humorous. So this is a difficult one, because how can you cater for both extremes? The only way I can see around that is if we have a self-contained location and we have maybe a couple of rooms, then maybe put on some talks. For example, Richard said he wanted to do a talk in investing. Now, I'd love to hear about that. So if Richard, for example, was doing a talk in investing, those of us that wanted to go along could. It seems that there's a fair split. So those of you that didn't want to go along, I don't think you're going to be on your own. So I don't think you need to worry about that. You can hang back, talk about what you want to do, or just relax in general. And then, there's no discomfort. Yeah, yes, okay, the group is split in that half, but at least the people that want to go there, and I'll be honest, I'm one of them. I want to kind of make the most and learn during these weekends. So I'm really up for, listening to people that know what they're talking about investing, frugal living, or earning money. So I'm all up for that. But rather than make it statutory and putting it in the main room and everyone has to listen, I'm really against that too. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. You're sparing your time, with us, and you don't have to do that. So I want to make it comfortable for everyone. So I think if we have an optional talk with a space where people can, do their own thing as well, it looks like numbers wise we can have we can meet kind of both parties on that. So that's what I'd like to do moving forward. Okay, number 7 is a little more structure, but keeping it relaxed. So I think this kind of emphasises the points from above. There were some people that liked how loose it was, but some people said that it could do with just a little bit more structure to it, especially on the Friday night when we ended up in Yates's. Whoop, whoop. That wasn't the best location in the end, but it was the only place that could fit us, and we were all starving and getting bored, and it was wet, so we just went in there. So yeah, okay, point taken. I think I can add a little bit more structure, but making sure there's that free time and that relaxed ethos throughout. I'm not going to make anyone do anything if they don't want to do it. That's fine. Number 8 was activities. I think this is a great shout. This came through from a couple of people. So can we have some free or cheap activities to do, both indoor and outdoor? So if we find that spot, again, self-contained location, couple of rooms, if the weather's good, we'll, frisbee, football, we don't need a lot, croquet or crochet, as I said in my blog. Thanks, Richard, for the heads up on that. We can also have some board games or something inside. So we can break it up with some fun activities as well. And I'd like to get your input on that, guys. So I don't see that being a problem. Number 9 is to continue the drop-in nature of it and having a relaxed attendance. So some people didn't like to be roped into the whole weekend. They thought they could come up just for a few hours and then leave when they want. And I think we should totally keep doing that. There's no reason why you have to be with us from Friday lunchtime to Sunday lunchtime. If you do, great. I mean, I'm going to be one of those people from the start to the end, but I think it's great that people just want to stop in for a few hours. So I'm all for that, and I'd like to keep that going as well. And if we do get a self-contained location, which sleeps, say, 20, 25 people, and we end up having 30 or 40 and 10, 15 people don't want to stop, then that's absolutely fine. I don't see any reason why we can't do that. And I'm going to try and find a location that will cater for more people than can actually stop over, in case that is what happens and we have extra people that don't want to sleep over. Okay, number 10, make a weekend of it, the final one. So this was the first one where we had a gathering for 2 nights, and it went down very well. So I personally, kind of agree with that strongly. Stratford upon Avon was amazing, but it just went so quickly. And York went by very quickly, but it was quite nice knowing on the Friday night I still got a couple of nights to hang out with these people and get to know them a little bit more. So I do intend on making them 2 nights moving forward. So that's my top 10 things that I've learned from the UK gathering in York. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'm going to be making a new video very shortly, well, as in now, after this one, about the 3 locations I have selected in the south, and I want you guys to cast a vote. Let me know which one stands out to you more. They're quite different as well, and hopefully in the next kind of week or so we'll have a location nailed based on what you're saying, and we can then get a date fixed and get this one sorted for the autumn. Some very brief things I was going to say, some upcoming stuff from Financially Free Before 40. I want to talk about some other videos that I'm doing. I'm going to be kind of discussing why I'm doing YouTube, what you guys are going to hopefully be seeing. I want to talk about life on my own because I'm working part-time. I've only got 4 weeks left in my employment. Then I'm going full-time on my own. And I actually want to film the last hour of my job as well. I think that'll be pretty cool to kind of watch that as I kind of say goodbye to the 9-to-5 world. I also want to send out a blog post for the UK Gathering name. We need a name for this thing that we've got. So I asked some guys on the survey. There were 6 results that came through. There's some really good ones. So I'm going to put those out there. And again, it'll be a vote basis. Let me know which name you like and we'll move forward with that name as well. So just finally, to wrap the housekeeping up, hit like, the thumbs up button if you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting off with this thing, but I'm hoping to get it rolling and going for years and years with YouTube. And if you've got any questions or comments in general, please leave them below. But I will see you very shortly.